Think about you're just projecting onto your mouse pad and you're doing that stuff, right? So that's once we realize that's all we're doing is just adding a mouse to a computer, and we realized we didn't have to pay 15 or 5,500. We could just simply knock it out.
I hate to break it to you, Jim, but you do not need to be up there. We got the cable.
You got the cable?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
How much is this?
This one, same exact price as the monitor. We're looking at about $1,300.
And how about the light bulb?
The light bulbs, those are, from what we've seen at the other schools, $75 each. A lot different than it was before, right? Yeah. You want to hear the Smart Brand realized that they are not a projector company. Really, Smart Brand is a software company. They make the smart software. And so they don't sell projectors anymore. They sell Epsons, which is this projector. And so in reality, we could do the same thing. We just don't have to pay for the brand. How's that?
Warranty the same?
Warranty? Yeah, the warranty is the same as far as the district is concerned. About a year warranty is everything has, and then from that point on, we just do what we need to do to take care of things. All right, Brandon, you think you're ready to go?
Alrighty, let's take it away from here. So, as Jim stated, this is fully interactive. So you'll notice that it not only has the annotation software where you can write on the screen, but it links with your computer as well. So instead of holding your computer in your hand and having to do it on the computer itself, you can, drag and drop and open up lesson plans, go to your Gmail, pull up PDFs and everything like that, and display it right on the screen.
By the way, I want to point out something that Brandon just did. How many people have ever had their smartboard go uncalibrated? That's right. Show them how precise this is.
Oh, right now.
Let's go to whiteboard mode.
Do you see how how precise it is?
I mean,
we have not calibrated these at all. Zero calibration, and the reason is because there's a little camera. Could you point the camera, Brandon?
The camera's right here, a little webcam looking.
The camera is literally looking to where his pin is pointing, so it's on the spot calibration. So that's a really nice feature. That's why, you can even see, we didn't even, this is terrible. We didn't even take the time to keystone it. It's all, doesn't affect it at all.
So very handy.
Also, two positive things that I have fallen in love with this. No noise. You don't hear anything. And the other one is the light. You know how when your projector turns on and the kids like to go in front of it? They can't.
The short throw.
It's awesome. Yes, the little duck.
Yeah.
So just to absolutely clarify, we would not have the board itself. It would just be a whiteboard.
Just a whiteboard.
And it would still be interactive, but you wouldn't need that particular setup. It would just be the
Correct.
projector.
It doesn't require any proprietary board or anything like that. You can use it on anything that it will display. So that's a huge plus.
Yeah.
Comes with the speakers, yes. Those speakers, exactly.
Oh, they're on order. The
It
cable.
just seems more expensive.
The cable's on
because of
order.
the contraption up there.
That contraption is the same price. Oh, that contraption is all. This is the only thing that we purchased.
That's all we'll be getting. It doesn't come with anything else. That's the only price that you would.
We will be purchasing you a whiteboard, but doesn't everybody need a whiteboard, right? That's like
One that we're removing, or?
It depends. For example, like on this one, this one's probably got holes all throughout. I don't know what.
Yeah,
this one
I
looks
asked
like.
them to take it down, and they said there was too much to do.
There's too many holes, right? So then what we would do for this classroom is we would buy this is an 8-foot whiteboard, we buy 10-foot whiteboards. They're huge.
Yeah, it's 100 inches.
100 inch? Yeah. So you can, next time you're at the ESD room at the district office, you can see how large that whiteboard is. It's nice, but that's something to take into consideration though.
So like if we have one that's separate and then a smart board and then another one, you'll just put one in the middle that will fit in between the other ones.
Matter of fact, if I saw that one, I might give you just another 8-foot smart whiteboard. Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay, let's step back. Hey Brandon, which software do you have to use to make this work?
None.
That's right. You don't need software, it's your choice. You could go to YouTube if you want.
Yeah.
But if you wanted to use a software, you can use the exact same software we were using in the other room.
Exactly. So it translates one for one. You could close this down completely and you can just open up your PDF and scroll through it, go next page, and you don't have to open up any of the annotation software or anything like that. Not to get too much into the annotation because Jim showed you exactly what these tools are. Although one of the benefits is this is actually a dual pen solution, so kind of like the smart board, so you can put up math question or something like that, and have multiple kids come up at the same time and kind of, you know, do it on the screen at the same exact time. So have one kid do blue, the other red, and then have it go on just like
And
that.
there's also purple and green.
There's
The kids
yeah,
have helped
a
me
multitude of
tremendously.
colors that you can choose
They've
from.
shown me how to even get rid of the little things that you have up there.
Yeah, so you can hide this and everything like
Two.
that. You can put them to the side. You can switch in between the modes as well. Hide in the menu.
But you also said we could use regular whiteboard markers.
That's right. Let's get some questions. Yes, you can use regular whiteboards because it's going to be a whiteboard. So
Do you
yeah.
have to use a pen in order to interact with the computer, or can I, is it touch screen?
I'm gonna answer that one. Brandon's like, don't do it, Jim. Don't do it. Don't answer that one.
Don't.
For anybody that feels advanced on technology, do you see this? You'll point out to the device. That device allows you to use your finger or any other device. It is confusing because in your mind you have to realize, do I have a pen or do I not? So I've chosen, and I do think I'm a little bit advanced on technology. I've turned them all off for me. It's too confusing for me to deal with that. I love the pens. And
So
one thing I like is
so you're saying it's one or the other?
no,
I
no.
can't
If you're
have both.
advanced and you're like, I want to use them
Not
both.
one or the other. If you feel like you're comfortable
If
enough to
you're
use
cool
it,
enough.
then we
Yeah,
can
if
absolutely
Just my
enable it. and do
smartboard, I
that.
can do both.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and this
All
absolutely.
intertwined.
This absolutely has that capability.
Okay.
It's not that it's not capable of doing that. It's just for the rollout. We think getting everyone to use the pens, which is the most calibrated always, is the best first step. And then absolutely, if you feel
But I
like,
like
hey,
to
let's
be able
do
to
it.
close the PDF, open that tab,
2 pens.
but I can just do that with
Four
my finger while the
uses.
kids are holding their
Yeah.
pens.
So
And
2
it is
pens,
100%
four
possible.
people
Okay,
can
yeah,
use
that's
them.
fine. Thank you.
Okay.
Could you show me how to erase something? Like, go ahead and go to whiteboard mode if you could. Write something. And I think we got an eraser on that pen, right?
Yeah, no, this one.
Oh, that one doesn't have an eraser.
Actually,
It does. It should
But
because
like,
There's,
maybe erase
so there
something.
is an eraser right here, and then you could choose the thickness of it,
And
then
just
you
erase
can
it
go
so you
over it,
erase it.
and you can just erase it.
And then go ahead and do the full erase, and then that way.
This is so you can clear out the entire screen by just hitting the erase board right there.
All right, let's get another question. I think it was.
How many wired connections? I mean, so in order for the pen to work, you have to be wired.
Yeah. So what?
So
in order for a mouse to work, what do you have to plug into your computer?
The plug.
USB cable, right?
Yeah. So I'm
Same
trying
thing
to
here.
figure out how many wired connections.
So
you need.
in order for it to integrate with the computer, so to open up the PDFs, to move folders, you do need it plugged into the computer. There is a mode where it's called pen-free annotation. You can do all the highlighting, annotation, and all that. It's absolutely not dependent on this cable running to your system. So you guys have that option to just go completely free and just put an image up and then have them annotate on the screen. We're just showing you the difference between, having it actually connected to your PC and the features that the pen has.
Got it.
And the
But
pen does require batteries, guys.
So the
too,
computer does not need to be plugged in for it to work.
It
Though?
does not.
Okay, watch
Okay,
this
so the
one.
computer's wireless, but the pen is not.
Correct.
Well, that part's wireless. But
Yes.
Yeah, I get
Yeah,
it. Okay.
it's wireless. Just touching your desktop and
This is what I
icons.
love about this system. Okay, and I know you're gonna be like, don't show them, Jim. Don't show them.
Not again?
Close out this application.
We're showing you guys everything we said we weren't going to talk
I
about.
did.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm like, keep it simple.
But we are a technology school, we want it
You guys are asking
all.
all the right questions.
I'm gonna disconnect. Where is disconnect right here? I'm gonna disconnect from here, and oh my goodness, what we do is we're getting a substitute comes in your room, and they don't have a computer. What can they do? They can still absolutely use this. Go ahead and hit.
Now are subs going to receive training for this too?
Yeah.
How much training is we getting for anything, right? No, I'm joking. What we're hoping to make this is little video clips so that you can send to the sub, hey, this is what I want you to do. But you can see that you can use this as a, it wouldn't be interactive. This is more just a whiteboard mode where they could still use these little features, no computer necessary. When would you use that? I don't know, but just know it's there.
And I like the lower tip of the pen. We have some kids with visual
Yeah,
issues,
change
and
it.
having a thick pen is really good.
Oh yeah, I use my finger there. Yeah, you're right. You can change that. I think you can even we can set it down to where you
Yeah, I just see much more options.
Okay, go ahead and connect. Watch this one. Everything that you could do back in the other room, you can do in this room. So stay off the USB. We're not going to do interactive. Connect wirelessly, and I want you to show them the whole zoom in and zoom out thing.
Oh my
I
God.
love that. Now you can do that on anything. That's neither here nor there, but it is kind of fun. I did want you guys to see though that this system works even if your computer's dead. You don't stop working. So
Just like zoom in, you're talking about like on a plan or something like that?
yeah, take a picture or something like that. Like go to my documents, my pictures or something. You could probably zoom in on that, right?
Yeah, you can zoom in.
Probably see.
Look at that. So it's just, that's something you guys could do today. Zoom in and zoom out. I guess I get excited about that.
Similar to the monitor.
Yeah. There was something else that you learned about this projector, wasn't there? Like a mode where it's spotlight mode?
Yeah, there's a bunch of extra features that you can use. Let's see, you need to have it plugged into the.
Can we
Yeah,
put our hands
plug
on
that
my whiteboard, the one I have now? I can go like that to make it bigger. Can I do that with that?
You would do that with this one too, yeah. Cause you just, oh no. Cause I guess you have to use 2 pins, right?
Yeah, I don't know how that would work. The 2-finger scroll one.
I don't know, that's a hard one.
Something we
I
absolutely
have a
need to
question
do.
about the actual hardware. So what is the, so when it's drop down projection, correct?
Yeah.
What, and it's gonna project, cause not, like, for example, I don't have a smart board, so it's gonna project onto my whiteboard.
Correct.
What is our range?
100 inches.
So
Okay,
right now we have at Los Paseos an 8-foot wide projection. And it's all controlled by how far we move that in and out.
exactly.
If we used a smaller whiteboard, because we only want we want to use an existing whiteboard, we can reduce it down to this size. I mean, this is really tiny. I would rather have this bigger, but I had to reduce the size down to this to fit this. So it is much bigger than what you have in your room.
Perfect, and do we have to get like special, like non-glare whiteboards?
We tried that at the district office, and
Yeah.
I thought it was a bad mistake. Number one, it cost us $300 more for the whiteboard, and number two, I can't erase the dang, what's it called, the pens.
Yeah, I know, that's
So
what I was curious.
at the other schools at Jackson, we did not do that. And Amy, you said that you went and talked to the teachers at Jackson. They don't have a problem with the non-glare.
With the
whiteboards?
glare. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they don't seem to have a problem with it.
I was just curious about the glare.
So you can see that he's playing around with some features of the software just to be able to like zoom in or
So
see things
that's
that.
kind of like the smart board
Yeah.
technology has the.
That's right. And does it matter which software you're using with either of these two systems? No. Any software that you want. By the way, can you open this application notebook?
Yeah.
Smart notebook. I think it was over here. What you got? Somebody over here.
I just was wondering, at what point do we need to make a decision on this? Like, when's our deadline for?
Who? What is it, Amy?
Amy and I were talking, this is the month that we have to turn everything in. I'm wondering,
Oh, that's right. We have to put the purchase order. by the end of the
we
month.
have a quick deadline. What if we say that we make a decision by Friday, which is really great of us to be able to help each other out. And I'm thinking whichever one we don't use, Jim, could we keep on hand because we turn in our,
You know that Teresa was going to ask that question.
I-
I knew it. I could see a
I'm
mile away.
always looking out for
Yeah,
us.
yeah. The answer on that one is no, because what we're going to do is use. We're going to use those.
And that's a no.
Yeah. So, no, that's not going to happen. We're going to use stuff to say. What you're seeing that he's doing here is he is using smart software on a non-smart device. Software doesn't matter.
Yeah. So if you have your plans, you can still bring them up. You can delete the text and have them go through the exercise that you have already set up in your guys' lesson plan. So you're not, high and dry without the specific smart software. So it is transferable and works on the projector.
My question is for Alice.
Alice,
Sorry guys, my question's for Alice. No, Alice, when you connect to the Epson, are you finding that the wireless connection is seamless, or do you ever have drop issues?
No drop issues. It is it's the easiest thing I've ever experienced. And I also wanted to note that that's my document camera right there.
this
that
is
little
exactly
green
what I was
thing.
talking about. Yeah.
Hook it up. The other iTech guy, he's amazing. He showed me the coolest trick
Mike.
where you can just click and drag it outside.
Oh, yeah.
You just pretend you have another computer next to you.
Oh
You
yeah,
can be working
extend
on your
mode, yeah.
computer,
Exactly.
and the kids see what's
Yeah.
on your doc camera.
That's what I do the same
I
thing
love
too.
it. I
Yeah,
didn't know that.
because then you can have two things
Yeah,
going
you
on.
can do
always
two things
extend
at
one.
once, and it is amazing.
Yeah.
So wait, before you
I
change
prefer
it,
everyone to do extend
this is
mode.
what you saw in the other room, right? I'm like, oh, what am I going to do? Look at myself, and that's not really that fun. Now, because I plugged this in, if you change it over, and you can see that he just changed it over. That's what I mean by these support USB type of cameras.
You can get a
This
$30
looks nice.
webcam on a stand and it
Yeah.
would work just the same.
Donors.
This was probably about $150, I think.
Donors.
Oh,
Aw.
donated too. So much nicer, especially when people that are donating it aren't having to pay for $500 for this. Easier too. You can walk around. No, you're not gonna walk around.
Actually, I do. The kids love it.
What I did do, I used this particular device with Del Toro, and we went like this.
They like that.
And then
You can turn it.
Flip it
You
up.
can, yeah, you can turn. No, the little thing goes around.
Oh, look at that. And then what we did was did a webcam connection with the Forest Service. So the Forest Service was up here. They got to see these kids. They taught a 30-minute lesson plan. It's really nice.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah. Okay, I'm glad that we saw that one. Again, I get lost, and Brandon and Amy try to correct me on this stuff. All these little fun features, we've been sold that the fun features are because of, like, smart. You can only do this on smart boards, or with the, what is the normal doc cam called? Elmo, right? You can only do this on an Elmo. Brand names don't apply anymore, and I think that's what we've been seeing in the last 5 to 10 years is a movement away from brand names, allowing you to be creative, whether you're using YouTube or some other website. The concept of having to install software has kind of gone to the wayside. And what we're trying to do now is leverage that to reduce costs and give you more flexibility. All right, any more questions? And then when we're done with the questions, then you guys can just make your decision this week. Yeah.
I just had a quick comment. Like Jim said earlier, call him, ask him for special help. I did that when my smartboard was down. I put a ticket in and no one came. And I said, Jim, I need you to come in and look at this. And he was there that afternoon, came in and said, this is what we can do. But he got me like,
ooh, you're out.
I caught him at a good moment. But he will come in and help you out if you need.
Yes. And you know, when Mike Weber used to be our IT administrator, and when he left in November, my job was just horrid. I was trying to juggle everything. So I'm not smart either. Brandon is wicked smart, so now he's taking a lot of pressure off me. We can both now go out to sites and help you all out.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, very good.